All right, welcome, guys. I'm GpaSilverMane, and this is a New World tips video. It's got 5 crucial tips, but there's going to be so much more in this video than that. Talk a little bit about the market, talk about a few other things that you can do that'll help your account grow, prosper when starting, or even if you're in game. These things are still really important. Um, I've waited till I got the information myself. I've watched some other videos. They're putting out bad information, some of them, inaccurate information, I should say. Like I seen in one video, some dude said, "Oh my God, you got to go with this and that because this is the only one that gets the food cart or something." Here's a food cart, okay? And these are for anybody. If you look on your map here, if it's owned by your region, that food cart is going to give you those goods, okay? There's also honey, which you can get in any of the towns. You don't have to own it or nothing. Um, there's a cow down here in First Light, which I really enjoy. It gives me milk, and I haven't been in the game long enough to know where else to get milk. I'm assuming milk, dairy, byproduct um, is pretty huge. I'm gonna grab storage. I highly recommend going for storage. If you're rushing for an level 60 or to level up quick and your other things, XP gain is huge too, especially in your starter region where you're going to be at most of the time. Now, before I jump into this video, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm going to offer over the next, year, 5 years, 10 years. I am coming in from a decade in ESO, 4 or 5 years in Black Desert Online. MMOs are my life. I play a ton of mobile MMOs. I make content for Marvel Strike Force, and I play Raid for fun. So I'm new to YouTube. This is my second month into YouTube. I'm gonna try to deliver the best, most accurate information that can help you grow and be the best you can in this world. And I'm just gonna offer you options and show you a little insight, things that maybe you can choose to follow or not, and things you really shouldn't do that could hinder your account. Don't base your faction off where you're at, because like I started right here in Everfall, and it starts you out in one of these 3 places, I believe. Everfall, or it might be Monarch's Bluff or Morningdale or something, but it starts you off in one of the 3 regions, right? Well, this was purple, and I thought about going purple just because I was in that town starting out, right? Don't do that, because these regions change. As you can see, the green are starting to encroach on this. Purple and green are both encroaching on the Covenant, and all it is purple is Syndicate, green's Marauders, and gold is Covenant. Covenant's the holy worshippers. Follow the light. The light will shine in through the darkness and help everybody be happy and live forever. The Syndicate's all about science, research, alchemy. Science has an answer for everything, and obviously alchemy, I'm hoping it gives some kind of buffs. And I don't know yet if you get certain kinds of buffs and such for picking your faction. Well, Marauders are all about if you kill it, you own it. Everything's decided in battle. Trial by combat type of deal. They are fighters, warriors. Now don't pick your faction based on that, because the faction doesn't dictate if you can swing a 2-handed axe or shoot a fireball or if you suck at combat. That has nothing to do with it, okay, guys? The faction is just the game's way of telling you, well, they're on purple side. If you want, you could put up your flag and kill them, right? So it's giving you a way to do PvP and compete against other players. That's all the factions are doing. It also tells you how much money you'll get. Like, you'll see here, it says Badfish Armada has this and this. They're getting taxes when you shop in those towns at the auction houses. It's going to those clans, pretty much. Those alliances are getting the taxes. They have to pay like I don't know, 15, 20,000 gold weekly. But they're making, it's a lot of gold. So let's say the more that's sold in that region, the more traffic and people spend money and gets taxed. More people that live in that region, more tax money. And they can share that amongst their members. So owning a region is huge. Now the only way, this kind of leads into my first tip, okay? Once you pick your faction, you want to get to a place where you feel your faction is going to keep that zone. So I started here in Everfall, but I went with the Covenant, which is the yellow, the light, the holy worshippers. I like the name First Light more than Cutlass Keys. Monarch's Bluff's kind of up here where it's surrounded by purple, and green can get to that quicker than this, I would think. So I wanted to go down here and start my questing. So I made the track all the way down here, right? Now, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I stay in Everfall, quest there, grind there? Everything you do in a region is only for that region. So you're leveling up and you're getting all these gathering perks in Everfall, and then green takes it over and you can't go out there and farm because they're all flagged up, or they're all taking all the resources, and you're just you want your perks in a place where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. So essentially where you're going to sell your stuff. The auction house here in my yellow place, when I go there and spend money, that gold goes to a clan that fights for the Covenant. You want to strengthen your own clans so they can beat the crap out of the Syndicate and the Marauders. Now, if you're Syndicate, you want to strengthen them. So you'd want to go to a purple region. Another thing to think about when picking which region you want to kind of go to. I picked down here because it's away from the fight. I can level to 60. I can level up my life skilling. I love life skilling. Yes, it's going to be hard to get out here and push forward. This right here is a lot of in-game stuff. 60 plus, see the 60 plus, 41 to 50, 51 to 60. This is your end-game stuff, guys. You also got 51 to 60 over here. So 45, 50. A lot of people are telling people to go for this region because it connects, or this region, because it gets you into those in-game locations faster, less running. I would have to spend a half hour running clear up here, or spend my blue essence, essentially. I don't know exactly what they call it right here. Azoth. It's the blue stuff that you get from missions and drops, sometimes lucky drops. You can get it from life skilling after you leveled up so far. You can get, like my pickaxe, I believe, 12% more. But one of my things gives me a chance of getting Azoth as like a bonus drop when cutting wood or something, right? So that's, the tools are going to come in crucial, and you can get that Azoth to travel around. You can hold up to 1,000. So you're going to keep getting it. It is a harder resource to come by. But that's my tip one, is essentially get away from the conflict if that's not what you're focused on. You're a level 14, and if somebody's level 20, if they know how to control their character, you're not winning, okay? Even if they're level 17, you're level 14. It might be a close fight, but you're probably going to lose. Their stats are just going to be higher. Now, when you get to level 60 and another level 60, it's going to come down to gear. How strong is their gear? How strong is your gear? Well, did you life skill and build your own equipment, or are you just using what missions gave you? This economy, that's another thing, guys. You can't just go and sell your equipment to a vendor, an NPC guy, and then go farm more stuff. You can break it down for the resources and create things to sell in the auction house, but I've yet to find an NPC where you can actually sell your stuff. So the economy is totally player driven. So the most important thing in an economy driven by the player base is your farming skills. Think of it this way. I get to level 100 woodcutting. You're a level 60. Awesome. You got all this quest gear, right? You don't have any skills to make any better gear. And you got the best gear that drops in the dungeons. I'm over here and I just crafted the best legendary gear. Guess where all your gold's going? Right to the dude that cut down the trees, right? Okay. Guess what he's doing with that gold? He's getting the best gear. He's crafting the best gear because he has a skill set. He don't got to pay out his gold. That gold can go to reinforcing him and doing whatever he wants, buying the nice luxurious house, right? I'm getting a little sidetracked. There's a lot to New World. Bear with me, guys. This is just 5 tips because there's just so much information pertaining to each tip. Okay, so I would recommend moving away. So if I was in Marauders, I still wouldn't go up here because it's level 45 to 50. I'd try to move down maybe right in one of these 2 regions, or Monarch's Bluff. Just because it's green over here, you want to be in one of those regions, yes, but green can literally take over the yellow spot, and yellow could be where green is from wars. So it can change at any second. Like if they come down here and their upcoming invasion, that's from the bad stuff. But if it was a war, I would sign up and try to defend this because this is where I'm leveling at. I want to help it, right? It's very, very important. Just try to be in a town when you're using the auction house primarily, so those taxes go to a clan from your faction to help them beat purple or green. Or if you're in purple, you want to help a region when you're using the auction house and stuff, and doing your questing and giving them taxes. Help them get stronger to beat off the enemy, so you can continue to enjoy that region. You know what I'm saying? Factions are huge. They're a lot more than a guild or an alliance, and there's tons of regions, guys. I will be making more guides in depth, breaking down factions, breaking down the auction house. Tons and tons of content to come, guys, but this is a great way for me to give you some huge tips that I think everybody should be focused on starting out. The first one is pick a faction whatever one you want. If it's because you like the color green, go with Marauders. You like the color purple, go with Syndicate. If you like holy stuff, Covenant, Science, you know, whatever you base it on, just pick your faction and then move to a region that you feel you can quest in and be comfortable in. Okay? And you'll be better off. The auction house will help your alliance and your faction. I've seen maps where they're completely one color, and the other two factions have this one, and the other color owns all the whole map. So you have to go through all those regions just to get up here. Because when you die, guess where you respawn? You're in. You know, I guess you could maybe own a house on one of these, even if they take it over, I guess. I don't know how that works. I haven't seen enough information on it. But it's not good, guys. The server is going to die. These guys are going to get bored because they own everything, right? You want a competitive server, needless to say. Just because people own more regions don't mean nothing, right? Number 2, life skilling is essential. Okay, it's almost the first thing you should be doing is cutting trees, hunting boars, picking up flint, mining. But while you're questing, you're going to see a ton of valuable things. Things you want to pick up. They're level 50, level 100. They're behind a level cap, okay? And the best things are behind this level cap, like just beautiful, colorful ore. There's gold and silver veins. There's trees that are glowing. Something from Avatar, man. I mean, whoever created this has a beautiful, beautiful mind. Maybe did a little acid in college. I don't know. But it's wonderful, right? Needless to say, you're going to want to get to that town, right? And these 5 tips are all built around each other. I'm down here, so I'm out here farming right around the town. You get the most experience when you're flagged. Well, I'm in this region that nobody wants. They want to be up here next to the in-game content, right? I'm not going to be running into the level 60s that are doing in-game trials and dungeons and such down here. Okay? At least it's a lot less likely, okay? So that's why I would move off to the side and away from that in-game part, starting out. And then work your way up into a town that your region owns. But you want to flag up when you're leaving town to do life skills. You get 10% more experience. You're not going to see a bunch of level 60s down here. You might get killed, but you're literally... Let me show you this, guys. I am flagged. I'm always flagged. I don't care. If they kill you, you lose a little durability on your gear and such. You then use these repair parts. And that'll be another tip here, guys. A quick one is, don't be afraid to break down your extra stuff, your extra gear that you get from other people like green and gray, tier 2, tier 3 weapons and such. Everybody else is getting those too from the quest. And as I said, if I were to go and take my best sword right here and try to sell it on the auction house, everybody else got that sword too from the questing. Why would they want mine if they have their own? Okay, so don't be afraid to break stuff down early on. Later on, obviously, you can slow down. But look, there's a level 12, a level 27. I'll go out here flagged up, and if they come at me and they kill me, I'll die and I'll come right back in this town and I'll run right back out here and I'll start cutting trees while I'm getting 10% more XP. Okay? It's that simple. And if you're concerned whether or not it's activating the 10% boost, I can guarantee you it has. Because it should give me, I think, 72 or 75 XP. 140 log is what I got for that. Okay. And that was a little tree. But once you leave this region here, see how it's counting down at the bottom there, 30, 28. It gives you that timer, so if you need to, you can run back inside. I am a level 50 already, so I'm cutting down these mature trees. But they give you the same stuff once, you know what I mean? That 10% bonus XP, they give you the same amount of XP as it does right around this fort. There's no reason to run out there and do the timer thing. Okay? If you're worried about it, go outside till that 30 seconds counts down and then walk back inside, because this one right here next to the wall will give me the same XP as the one outside the wall. All right, it's not gonna, it must be just too close to the wall, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I'll click on this. And if he kills you, you're literally on the other side of that wall. You run back outside, you're still getting max XP. Yes, it sucks. Maybe go on the other side of the fort or something. Stay away from that guy. He's obviously beat you. Don't infringe on his farming spot. There's plenty of trees. You know what I mean? There's plenty of rocks. Boulders, I'm trying to level up my mining. It all takes time, guys. And that's why I say life skilling is so important, because if your life skilling is higher than a level 60 that's doing in-game content, you're going to be the one crafting his end-game gear and taking all his gold. And it's a player-driven auction house economy. You get to set the price. Nobody gets to tell you what your stuff's worth. If you're the only one that can craft that or has that, and it's not on the market, you can set it for $1 million gold. Nobody's probably gonna buy it, but you get to set the market. You get to set the tone. Okay. I'm loving this. A side note, I'm being flagged up. A lot of people get thrown into these mishmash places, right? If I see anybody that's flagged up and they're on a different faction, as long as they're not higher level than me or 5 levels or higher, I will fight them. And I'll usually win, okay? I'm pretty good with this rapier and this fire staff. And I will have videos coming out about the combos that I use. It's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff, but it's OP, okay? I had a guy come at me the other day with a 2-handed hammer. I murdered him. I murked him hard, bro. So, and I got it. I like to run light because I can do this. You know, I can dodge roll. It makes it a lot easier to see me instead of doing that jump back thing. All those videos to come. I'm sorry I'm getting sidetracked here. I've been wanting to make this video for so long. New World is amazing. And right now it's in its infancy and the economy is yet to be defined. So nobody can tell you when you go to the market, pay this, pay that, don't pay this, don't pay that, because they don't know. And now you see that guy's level 35. He's not flagged up. He can't hurt me. Huh? He's out here getting 10% less XP because he's scared what a level 17 is going to kill him. He hasn't seen my video. You get what I'm saying? You want to be flagged up. It's if I die, I'm going to go right back in that town, unload all the stuff I've farmed, go back out and start farming again right outside the wall. Okay? It's just huge, guys. And then once you're, let's say, level 50 or level 100 life skills, you start questing. You start pushing out. You're able to craft some of the best gear. While you're questing and you're doing these ruins and such and these monastery looking things, and they're just these cement buildings out in the middle of the whatever. Like up there on that hill. That's probably one of them. They got stronger people, but they also drop awesome loot. Well, you'll see ore that takes a level 100 mining to get. That ore is worth so much gold, right? And if your life skills aren't leveled up and you're a level 17, going in there to fight, you're missing out on all that ore while you quest to level 60. Then you go back on life skill and you're done with quests, so you run around hoping to see some of these ore or trees that are glowing. No, why not do your life skills first is all I'm saying. It's just an option. It's a thought, guys. You see tons of it, and it makes me so mad when I cannot mine this amazing glowing green and blue venomous lightning tree. You know what I mean? I want that. And I want to sell it. I want to make it into armor. I want to make it into a staff that just annihilates people. Okay. So that's just something to think about, guys. So tip 1, get away from the big bads. Pick a region. You can see their level base. Now I could have stayed in Everfall, but every time I put something on the auction house or bought something from the auction house, or if I bought a house here, taxes go to a purple because they own the region, syndicate faction, and that strengthens their alliance, which could push down and kill my homeworld. Okay, could take more regions. I don't want to give them any gold. I took the track and I ran down. I could have easily went here. I don't think we're going to lose this, but who knows? I just rather be down here. Plus, I'm running a clan. It's called GPA Quest. We're in Omeyocan. Omeyoccan is my world name. And I'm running a clan, but I don't know a lot. I'm just like everybody else. I'm fresh. You know, I'm wet behind the ears. I've been playing 3 or 4 days. Come join us. We can learn together and we can dominate the world. New World. Then life scaling. It's essential. You know, things are locked behind caps. That's just another option. It's a huge tip. I would life skill. Number 3, make sure you're flagged. Okay, so you're getting that bonus XP. Obviously, if you're going questing or you're going up here in a region where level 60s and 50s are and you're at level 35, I probably wouldn't flag because they're just going to mutilate you, right? And then you're going to have to run clear back again, run back again. Don't flag. They can't hit you, okay? And I don't know if some of these places are all-day PvP where no matter if you're flagged or not, if you step in the region, you get hit. That would be awesome too if they made a region like that with some of the best rewards and best gear. In game, you're going to want to be in one of these 4 spots just so you can get into these regions faster, quicker. You own a house right here, you run across the border, you're right here at in-game dungeons and such, okay? Number 4, the most valuable things to collect are often the most beautiful and colorful, and that is the truth. It looks like Avatar out here, guys. Aeternum is amazing. I can't say one bad thing about this game at this point. When I get to a spot where I have a couple of bad things to say, I'm gonna make a list and make a video, believe you me. But I can't think of a single bad thing at this point. Other than, you know, maybe trolls or something in chat. But you're gonna get that no matter where you go. Number 5, don't be afraid to salvage gear. All right, I went over that. So that is my 5 tips I covered. I know this video is long. I know it's kind of all over, scatterbrained. It will be more coordinated and it will be better oriented next time. I just want those 5 tips to sink in, guys. When you're first starting out, it's going to drop you in a zone. You're not going to know up from down. What do I do? Where do I go? There's just so much, right? It's huge. It's a new world. I recommend picking an outskirt. If you pick green, you want to go up to one of these greens. If you pick purple, obviously you don't have much choice. Being stuck in the middle, I would stay right here in Everfall or Brightwood, because you're up here already. It's a medium level cap, and you're kind of trapped there. Yellow, obviously, like I said, I would move maybe to Monarch's Buff or one of these two. Now, if the colors are different, it don't matter. Just if you're in that faction and this is purple, let's say, I would make the same decision. I'd come to one of these 3 if it was purple and I was in a purple faction, or a green. That's just huge. Life skilling is the key to this game, guys. Before the economy gets set in its own ways and run by these rich factions that are treating you like peasants, that are beating you down when you just want to enjoy the content, and to overtaxing you, because they set the tax rate, guys. They get to decide how much you are taxed when selling stuff. It's sick. Okay, so maybe think about it. If you walk into a town and it says outrageously high taxes on houses, and it's your faction, maybe think about jumping factions, changing over. Just saying, because they're ripping you off. And what are you getting out of it? Less gold. Taxation without representation. All right. I want to say thank you. I hope you all found this entertaining, helpful. Please hit that subscribe and thumbs up. I got tons and tons of content to bring to you guys. Factual, good information, solid, helpful. We will be having farming guides, best place to find certain things as we go. This is a marathon, guys, and this is a new world, and we're going to enjoy every aspect of it together. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you in the next one.